again, I hope. Give it just 2 seconds. There we go. Okay. The stream just died for some reason. I don't know why. But we're back. No clue what just happened. Okay. So can I do what I'm doing? I have no clue. I never know clue of what I'm doing actually. So, but let's see. We have to make down here. We have to go out. So I'll just place some of these down here. So this is the entrance to the cave. That is down here. And this is some of the spawn. Maybe I will actually do it like something like this. Again, making these kind of things is kind of a trial and error. You never know how to do stuff, how they're going to look. So I'm always just trying to paint in some of the stuff and then try to see how it looks at the end. I actually think this will work pretty well. Maybe if I do this, so I'm actually making the player go down here, around. Okay, and then we have to get the wall in again. There is a wall there that's not supposed to be there. Okay, so 2. There's no wall over there, so and maybe down the road I will probably change out some of the stuff, but again, this is just proof of concept. The reason why I probably will change some out is because of stuff like this, but now I should be able to get out. And I just draw in again because some of these walls will change around when I do it. For some reason. Oops. There we go. Okay, and now we have to put in some flooring. I'll not use the same as I use as the high wall, so I think I'm not that fan of that one. I really wanted something that was darker, like not that. Something like this. We have a filler there. Yeah. It's just me, it's hard on the eyes, actually. Well, again, I will probably change some of these out. Okay, remember to change out things. Don't they have water that actually looks nice? I like that one, but I don't like it because it's another type of rock they're using and not the same as I do. They're using this one. I don't want that. I don't like that water there. That irritates me again. Why don't I just have a transparent background to water, for water that I can use? Instead of this. Because this one is the closest one to actually being what I want, but they have their own backgrounds. I just wanted it to be plain. Oh well, that is some of the things I will look at later then. Oh well. But again, not the most important part. Okay, now I have to figure out, should encounters be random or should they actually be monsters that is running around that you can encounter? I think I will set them to random. Or maybe actually have some you can see and some, I don't know. Think. What would actually be most interesting? Maybe I should only have... No, that would be boring maybe. Well, yes and no. Random encounters, yes, can be grindable. But actually set monsters can also, if you make so that if you are in this area, there's a set number of monsters, maybe 3 or something like that you have to fight. Or you can fight and you just run around if you don't want to. But I can set them to, when you have fought them, then they will have a switch that gets turned on. But when you leave the area, then I can set that switch back again, so they turn off again, so they will respawn in here. So they're actually kind of grindable in that way. Also, why does the cave actually has such the dungeons have? I actually think the dungeons is made for actually interior things. I'll just try something. Edit. What if I actually set this to an outside map instead? I know things will fuck up now. Not as much as I was afraid of. Did I set it to an inside or outside actually? It's an inside right now. I want it to be an outside. Well, it still looks the same actually. Because I think I can do more with it if it's an outside map. You know, I only have 2 types of walls. But I think I can do more with this than the other one. Actually, these need to be... not this. I'm just changing things up a little. I want to figure out what actually looks best. And I actually think this gives a better look. And I can do more fun stuff with it. Oops. Yeah. And this one. But yeah, I'm thinking of maybe making them roaming and then they can respawn if you leave the area and go in again. I think that will be the better choice. Don't I have any rock tiles in this? doesn't seem that way. It seems like every single tile I want to use is missing in one way or another. Because the only rock tile I have is more or less this one that is chaotic to look at. This looks like more a roof. Then we have these, but these seems too oriented. I think I have to use the dungeon map to this. Oh well, I tried and failed. That was not what I wanted. This is gonna take forever again. Why did I even do what it did? This just is the best solution, I think. Okay. And there we go, back to normal. Okay. But yeah, I could do something like this to make something up on top of this. But the problem now is that this one just goes in with the background. So it doesn't look like it's higher up. I can't seem to... There's no way that I can shelter it off from this down here. The only thing I can think of that I could do is make it another layer like this, but that doesn't look right either. Just don't have the right feel to it. I will figure it out down the road. Maybe I will just do something like this, where it's more than 2 spaces array. Then it also makes it less painful on the eyes, I think, to look at. I think I will do this. Yeah, that looks a little better. I hope. I think it looks better. So now we have this area here to roam about. I'm thinking, can I make... Is there a light source of some kind? I really like if... What is this? Is what I'm looking at. Yeah. Oops. I think something like this to indicate that that's a way out. What is this? Just a white door. Okay. But yeah, I think this just to know that's lights outside. That's a good thing. Let's get back to the void here and go to eventing. This one is the one that sets where it starts. So we change that to here, I guess. So now we start in the cave. Actually, I think we should start right there. So is that matching up with what I have over here? Is the question now. Back and forth a lot. Oops. Edit. Yeah, actually it's perfectly in the center. Okay. What I'm thinking of is I don't want this to be there per se. So if I take a new one, what do I have of things in here? The problem is this is a tile set, so I can only choose one of them. It would actually be really neat if they had it as a thing here, but I don't think they have. Doesn't seem that way. It's on the door, so it's called a door. What does it look like? I think maybe something like this, and then screw that circle here. Okay, so when you choose your character, it will be set off here. And then down here, that was not part of my plan though. This one. I thought it was on the eventing layer. And here, new. This will just be a new transfer player to the forest outside here. Okay. And actually I will test something. So if I take new, then I take where is it? Conditional brands here, and then there should be an character facing. The character is facing down. It should do this. Only if facing down. And this is of course an player touch. But we're reasoning with this, now we can actually test everything. So we should be in. Again, I want this one to disappear, but I also want to test how it looks. So, but now we can actually do this. The white is really light today. Bright, not light. Okay. Okay, we took this character last time, so now we'll actually take this one, see if it works. So first thing is right. And we can rename. I have no clue if that is actually a male or female character I'm making right now. There we go. Okay, first off, that is sad. Yeah, of course I'm placed at the hero actually. I didn't change my class. That is the thing I have to set later on too. So, but let's save for now. Okay. The things we need to change is this one. How does it actually look like this? No animation whatsoever. I was hoping that actually does like the crystal. Oops, I was not supposed to change it, or this one. But yeah, the crystal is this one up here. It's just rotating between those. What is the difference between those two? Oh, direction fixed. Are you doing anything yet? Nope, it's just there. I can't even rock into it. I don't like that thing. I'll figure out something else down the road. Okay. So, but I think of seeing, can we make roaming creatures? So, what do we have monsters here? So, slime, most generic creature ever. And what we want to do here is actually make sure that I don't want it to just move around every single way they can, so I think I'll make it like these things, event monsters and such can only move in certain places like this. Then down here we will place one. I think of putting in 3 monsters in this area, so. And then one that moves around over here. Like this. And what we're gonna do now is, I can't remember the plugins commands, so go here, edit, actually I think I did done that little goof. This part of the code. Edit. There, and then set this to 1. The thing I'm done a little group with is actually I only need to set where they are not allowed to be. So it's not allowed to go out here. This one here. And down here, it's not allowed to go up there. Actually, I think I just remove all these things for a second. Okay, let's see. I don't want it to be down here. I don't want this guy to go up here. It will never be able to hit this one actually. So like this. I don't want the one down here to be able to go here. And I don't want this to be able to go anywhere else than there. Okay. So, edit this one. And then we have move route random. Later on I can maybe make something that actually changes the player. Then we have event touches you. I think this actually does the same thing, I'm not quite sure. Yeah, I think this is what I need. So if you touch this one, then we have new, and then we need a conditional branch. I think I have to read something. I have to figure out something actually. I don't think we need a conditional. It's just new. Then we have a battle that starts against 2 slimes. Like this. I don't know, do they have, no. Okay, and after that we have, now I should think here. I have to think. Because stealth switches can't be turned on and off unless it's on the monster. So actually I think if I turn it to A to on, then you have new event page. Means you have defeated it, so it vanished from the area. God dang it. Okay. Oops, I didn't mean to make a new one. Delete that page. So if defaulted, then this happens. Then it goes to this page. And we make a new event page that just called reset. I think I should actually be able to trigger that everywhere I go. And if reset is on, then new event page, self-control switch, A to off, which means it jumps back to this one. But it only triggers when reset is triggered. So when you hit this button here, now I have to think again. Cancel. We need a new event up here. It's called if reset is on. New. Control cell switch. Not cell switch. Control switches. Reset is gonna be set off. And that's only if it's on. So what I'm thinking now is, and this should be an parallel. So this one triggers only if reset is on. Okay. And then we go to the forest. Here, new. Not that one. Control switches. This one resets to on. And then it transfers the player to the cave here. Okay. Let's see if it works. I have no clue it does or not. That was a lot of brain work. Okay, we have the monster first off. It doesn't move that fast, so it should be easy to go past. And it is restricted to where it can move, so... We have a battle list up. Oh god, that was loud! Un momento! Can you hear me? That was not what I wanted. Can I get this one? Ah, much better. I hope you're still with me there. Oh god, that was loud. Okay, I know that the battle here is looking a little weird. First off, we don't have any battle background. And these, actually I want them to be over here. I know, but I didn't do that. Now just turn down all the sounds. Okay. I have no clue how strong I am at the moment. Because I have no weapons, I will actually lose this battle. And I can't escape from it. Okay, I will just... We need some changes here. First off, this one is wrong. You should be able to escape. And you should be able to lose. Why is can lose not checked from the beginning? What? Why do they have if when escape if lose? Shouldn't it just be if you lose then you go to like this, and if you lose where is it? Game over? I think something like this? I'm not sure. If you escape from it, it disappears. So that's my plan at least. Okay. One thing we have to do though is from the void. When you choose a character here, then new. How do we do this? Because you actually need some weaponry or else you're screwed. It seems. Or maybe I can actually do it here and then make a treasure here. Can't you make a chest with more than one item? I'm pretty sure you can. Okay, I'll just do it like this to begin with. Then go in here. I think it's something weird. Let's see. Edit. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so edit. Oh, so these only gives weapons. So new. Well, where do we have it? Change armor, shield increased. I'll just do this. I'm curious to how do they actually, because what I did, I was with the access here, I actually removed everything. So shield, hat, glove. I can't remember what it has normally. will just set it to shield head cloth. Like this. And then edit this one. Actually, I need... I want to go back to the house. I will have it look more like this one. That we used all the way back here. Also, now that I think about it, I also want the sound file. And edit. You got oops, I can do that. Sword. Okay, can we get a preview? Okay, lots of space yet. Okay, almost there. Let's see. And okay, this should look right? There's one thing that is not right. That is this one. You got a sword, a shield, a hat, and a cloth. That looks right, I think. And after you're taking that, then it just turns to this. Okay. Let's try this. I really need the ribbons. You got a sword, a shield, a hat, and cloth. Again, I don't know if you should actually get this from a chest or you should just get it from... Oh god. I'm actually curious right now. What were I at? Okay, 16 before I put anything on. Okay, not that strong yet. So, but my defense is a lot better. Okay, let's try this battle once more. Okay. Since I have a better defense, at least I don't die that fast now. I'm still dying fast. Maybe they're too strong for me. Good miss. Oh god, I missed way too much. Okay. Sakura was victorious. But I didn't get any experience or anything, it seems like. No. So, first off, we have to make the encounter right now. So, what we have to do is go up here. Not here. Up here. Go to troops. First off, clear. And then only add one slime. Again, this is also a thing I will change in my own time because I have to set where they have to be when you fight them. I'll just like one slime. I will not change the background. Actually, the background is something I have to set when I get to this area. Battle text. Oh, battle test. I don't want to take a battle test. I just want that one slime. Apply, and then enemies. Go to slime. So I'm curious why I didn't get anything for defeating it. Oh, it does. It's not set. So how much experience should a slime give? I think 10. And then it drops 2 gold or something like that. I will make it a little weaker so it only have 100 HP. The rest of it is kind of fine, I think. And then it should drop, I think, a potion. Drop a phone. Probability 25% time of the time. 1 in 4, so 25% that it drops a potion. Okay, and now we will just take the big test here. So we will place run in every area. So let's see if I'm able to get past everything here. And I totally forgot to pick save after I picked this up. So optimize. Then just save. So now we should have a good time down here. So I should be able to kill it in 3 or 4 hits. There we go. Sakura's victory, 10 experience and 20 gold. 2 gold found. And a potion. So, and as we can see, it's now gone from here, so that's a good start. So the next one. Okay, one more attack and it should be dead. Okay. And I didn't get a potion this time, so we don't get a potion every single time we fight. And one more, and we got a potion again. So, but now let's see, we have our character, we have taken a lot of damage. But best off, let's see. We have 30 experience. We need 20 more to go to the next level. And we're not dead. So we can go outside now. And if we go in, there should be monsters again. I can't go in. Let's just save here. There's something wrong. So, forest, is this not an entrance? Should be. Right? I really don't want a doorway to be at the entrance to the caves. Let's see tile sets. Outside type B. Yeah, it's not possible to go through them. That we can change. What does the star mean? Okay. Apply. Okay. Now it should work. So let's just play with the idea that I did this right. Okay, it's not working as of now. So what was the problem? Let's see. Reset is off right now, so that should be off when I go in here. After this one. Let's see. I'm gonna get swamp on. Reset is off. Shouldn't it be on when I get Oh, now I have to remember what it did. Well, I did something wrong. Let's see. This one only goes outside. This one sets reset to on. So it seems like this one just sets it to off right as I go inside. It means that this reset here will not, it doesn't get the chance to trigger. I think. Or maybe. Yeah, I think I know. This should be an parallel. Let's just delete those two here. That's right, didn't trigger. Okay, now it should work. They're back. Okay. So if I will just use my item here, because else I would die. That's also a way to farm potions to begin with. So slimes and oozes. Okay. So now that this one is dead, we should be able to go outside and then in again, and then it should be there. Also, I have to check. Yeah, there. If I turn down, that didn't trigger as I had hoped for. But the slime is back, so that part of it is right. The next part. I want this door here to work as intended. So it should only trigger if player touch and it's down. Or maybe I can actually just make it a parallel. Not even a player touch, just a parallel. Because my problem is, has been at least when I coded games beforehand, that you ended up standing in the doorway. Okay, it worked out, but when you stand there and turned around, now it works, okay. Because then you had to go one up and one down. And if you make a doorway and stand into, to the sides, then it will patch off, but only when you're down. So this one is actually, I like that. So let's take another level, just to see how that works and looks. So because I'm really close to next level actually. Final potion, and I'm now on level 2. And someone is hammering. Okay, so skills. I don't have any skills. Status. We got the new level. But there's something I want to test first, because up here I actually want our player to get their first skill when they hit level 2. So we have to go into classes. Actually, actors, I think. This is our actor. Oh no, it's not under actors. It's under skills? Question mark? Actors? Hero? Yeah, it's here. So our hero got things when they were level 1. But since we start out at level 1, I will first get it at level 2. They got the spark ability, I remember that. And I think actually the node is, let's see, skills. If I go to spark, yeah, it doesn't have a description. I have no clue what spark does because of that. Okay, but skill type is magic, scoop, all enemies, battle screen. When it can be used, it costs this. TP costs, I have no clue what TP stands for. But none of these has it. But it's a fun attack, so I can make a description of what it does down the road. Okay. Okay, that's annoying by the people that making that sound. Okay, so right now we are still level 1. The reason why is I want to check when you go up a level. So we don't have any magic, so let's see. Ow! Stop that. And this down. So 10 experience, 2 gold, reach level 2, and spark learned. Okay, it could look a bit prettier, but it works. So now we actually have sparks. Okay. I think I found a problem. Yep, I have a problem here. Let's just save. This door doesn't work completely as intended. And I really wish you would stop that. God dang it. It needs to be parallel, or it will not work as intended. But the problem is, right now it triggers every time I'm turning down. I didn't think about that. It's only a wind touch. That was not part of the plan. It's really notable for me, so that's irritating. Again, the reason why I hear it much more is because the way my mic is set up, I can hear my own voice because of it. And it's a little higher than what you hear, so I hear it really loud in my head. How can I make this? The problem is when this is clear touch, it doesn't work as intended to begin with. Why do I feel I always have problem with doors? Because when I stand here and go down, I want it to be activated there and not just up and down. Or else it doesn't matter that it is there. The parallel works for most of it, but how can I do that? This is not easy. How can this be done? What is it set it to this? What will it do then? Because of course it should not... Okay, now I didn't even get onto it. Just when I go down now. So that doesn't work. How can we do this? I have no clue where it is actually right now. I really wish I could figure out how to just, when you just turn down, you will go out. Parallel worked half of the time, but it's every time you turn down, so... and I don't see an edit. I really wish that it only worked if you were touching the events. But right now it's no matter what. So I have no clue. Maybe if I do this instead, and then just set it to play a touch. Let's see, does this work? Okay. It doesn't work. It's like it does not activate if I spawn on the point. Wait, it's a little annoying. But I can rock down on it. I have to... Actually, when I touch it, I have to keep pressing down. So that does not work either. What if I set it to this instead? I'm just trying out things, so... Okay, that worked, but it does not work to get out. The only thing that seems to be working half the time is parallel. I don't know, auto run will not work as intended at all. So that's a little irritating that you can't do that. Or maybe there's a fix to it, but I can't figure it out. Well, that is sad. That just means that we have, for the time being, until I figure out how to do it. Let's set this there. But every door and stuff now will have this reset command when you go into an area where the monsters are roaming around, which means every monster will be reset in dungeons and stuff like that. I don't know if I will have it for every map transition, then I can just place it there. And then in these areas here, they will run this script here, which is literally just resets off. So that I'm sure that the monsters are respawned when you go in. Again, I'm thinking of having random encounters too. So we will have both things. I can't speak. Both things. But yeah, we have a cave now. I really want to make it prettier because right now it looks really barren. But I could do stuff like maybe this to spice it up a little. No clue what this is. Too much, I think. Just to have some things lying around. That looks weird. Yeah, I think that's also a thing, to have them roaming around. Yeah, exactly. But that also limits, if you want to grind, then you have to really do it a lot. But yeah, I really like the idea about the monsters going around. I think here is the starting area. It's fine that there's only those 3 guys, so you don't get pumped with enemies. But yeah, that also makes it easier if you want to run away. That it doesn't have. But I also think that I should be able to make some random encounters at some places where you don't know they're coming. Like some triggers around I can place. Maybe some invisible monsters that actually moves around. Like if a bat's coming from the ceiling, you haven't noticed them like that. So I think the randoms could still be a fun thing to have. Like you get surprised and stuff like that. Maybe I can actually in the game make a setting that is random encounters on and off. That should actually be able to do it. I think. Do they have? I just tried to make a new one here. Map, change map, change tiles, change battle profile location. I think there is something about random encounter, change encounters. So if I disable encounters, I will just try edit new. So change encounters, enable. Okay, so I will just check. If I run into the monsters now, I should be able to just have battles with them. Yeah. Actually, did I set it to enabled? Let's try to edit this to disabled. I'm an idiot. So if I walk into you now, yeah, I still start a battle. Spark! Okay, so we can actually, I can actually from the get-go of the game ask the player if they want random battles to be on and off. I think actually that would be a really cool thing to have. But then the whole playthrough will not have it unless I make an NPC somewhere that asks, "Oh, do you want random battles on?" Or not something like that. Not said that way though, but it actually a thing I can add. So you'll be prompt to answer that question. So if you really like random battles, then you will have random battles and these that you can run around. But if you don't want random battles, then you will only have what you actually see. So I think that could actually be a really cool thing to have. So to make it harder if you have random battles on, because you don't know when you will get a battle. Contra, now you actually know everywhere where the monsters is. So I think actually that's the thing I will do. Actually, it's not that big of a work because I can here at the beginning. This is my intro thing for my game. I can up here just set a switch that says random battle on and off here, and then random battles is actually handled because I'm gonna make the battles anyway. What's called in here? I'm gonna make enemies anyways, and I'm gonna have troops, so I'm gonna just use troops I already have. For the battles, so that's not a big work. And if I can edit here, edit, and the random battles will just be put in here. So if I know what monsters you encounter anyways in areas like the cave, you encounter the slime things, I can just add the slime as a random encounter here. Actually, let's try it. Edit, and then just sit in a slime. Okay, I have no clue what that's. I think is that the amount of steps. Encounter steps is 5. Value that affects the frequency in which the troop is encountered. I will read up on how that works. I just realized something. This is the wrong map I'm working on. Cave. There we go. Edit. So let's in slime. I can also specify it by the region ID. But I will have it on the entire map. That's also a way that I can actually figure out which monster spawns where. But let's just say this here. And right now, why am I zooming so much in? That's irritating. right now, new, just to make sure that they are enabled. So right now we actually have random encounters of the slimes. Yeah, I think that's so too, actually. How much, if I have 100 enemies, then if I set into one, there's 1% chance that it's that one that spawns. Yeah. Now that you say it, it sounds right. But now I have random encounters in this grotto here too. So if we take 30 steps, we should be encountering something. Please. There we go. So it's not harder than that to actually add them. But I'm still impressed that I got so far before I got an attack. And it's just the same as everything else. I really like the idea though, that you can turn that off and on. And you can determine what you want to fight. There we go. No potions though. God dang it. But yeah, I actually think I will add random encounters. And then the option to just turn them on and off. So... but right now, since I haven't made the encounters entirely yet, I will not have them. Voice crack. So, but we have a chest and we have... I think I will not make it as a chest. I actually think you will get your equipment when you choose your character. I'm actually thinking of making another class up here that is not have any of these types. And when you get the type, I can also change it to 1 then afterwards. Then you have magic powers and stuff like that. And you get the equipment as soon as you get a class. So that you actually have these another none. I think. If I can figure out how to do it, but I think that will be better than to have to open a chest and get everything. Because it's easy to forget to take the chest, or maybe take the chest and don't equip your items. Equip the items. It's better than that you just get them from the get-go equipped. Maybe have some prompt that says you're equipped for battle or something like that. If I can figure out how to do it. So, but yeah, that is that area. And I probably should figure out how to spell this. But with what we did today, then we have the 4 characters you can choose between. I think I will add more characters, maybe more classes and stuff like that. They'll just be standing around. Because when you get your other characters, then if you're taking this one in our case, I think we're playing with this character here. Then this one will disappear from the wheel of characters you can choose from. And then when you get your other characters, then they can choose one of the remaining. So you actually make a choice on what to play as. Again, down the road it will give a lot of work for me. So it would just be easier just to have decide which character you will get from the get-go. But I like to have fun with it, and again, I really want this game to be... Are you serious? I really want this game to be something different than what people are expecting of RPG Maker games. So, and I think this is a cool little change of what I'm used to seeing in RPG Makers. So, and of course it gives me more work, but again, I really want it to be not perfect, but I want it to be different, and I want it to be what I would imagine a game being like, with the ability that I have right now. So But else we get this cave made today. That's great, I guess. We have a new area, so a new area is always great. And then we have the forest. I think I will elongate this one. Also, I need some walls over here so you don't... actually, over here it can be... I don't care about that area because you can't cross the water anyways. But I want some area down here. And over here some walls. For when you get to that area. But I think this is... Again, the white, it has to be dark. I have to figure out how to do that, but I will figure that out in my own time. We have all the areas here actually kind of done. Again, we need the cinematics stuff, the cutscenes and stuff for this. But again, that is things I will be working on in my own time, because that's, again, things that takes a long time. We still need to make a duck for this pond instead of a chicken, because that's stupid. And again, I will also make the area look nicer down the road. So, but I think actually I will end the stream off for today. I started a little later than I actually wanted, but that's how it is, and I'm actually kind of hungry, so I want to make some dinner and stuff already. So this was a little shorter stream, but we did a great deal of progress, I think, in comparison to last time. I think, was it last time? What did I do last time? I worked only on this area here, I think. And some little of explaining. So we didn't actually do that much last time. I think I did lots more today than I did last time. And the time before that, we only worked on the cutscene that I actually ended up deleting everything and made a totally new one. So, so yeah. Yeah, I'm getting things done. So, but I think for next time, as I said, I will be working on this area down here and maybe make it so that you get into the city, a city area, and see what happens. Maybe making this a little cut-off area to some holy shrine or something. Because you're chosen to do greatness, and then you come out there and then people will see you in a greatness way instead of just another traveler or something like that. That says, hey, I'm a hero and stuff like that. I don't know yet. I'll figure that out. Again, I have an idea for a story, but it's not completely... I haven't completely made the story yet, so, but I will look at that. So with that, I think I will end off for today. I will be streaming again. Will I be streaming tomorrow? I think I will not be streaming tomorrow. I will be streaming on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure I will stream Wednesday. I'll have to figure out my calendar here in my head. Let's see, tomorrow I will not be streaming because I don't have the time tomorrow. Wednesday I have to go to see my psychiatrist early in the day. I think it's 10 o'clock my time. So I will probably be streaming from 12 o'clock or something like that. And a couple of hours. So yeah, Wednesday I will be streaming Wednesday again. Thursday maybe. But then that I will take on Wednesday. So I will stream again on Wednesday. I will post on Twitter when I will be going live. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, I think that's it. And as every time, this stream here will go up on YouTube as fast as possible. So it will be over there, and there you can see every video that I have streamed. So I have a playlist over there that you can look at to get up to speed of what we have been doing and what I have been doing in my own time. And again, I will be working on stuff in my own time. If I make something big changes, then I will show it off. Or else I will save it for either when I'm done with it and show it off there, or make it a surprise for people when they play the game. Again, I will show off a lot of things, but I think there should be some something to explore too for you guys when the game is done. So, but with that, I will end it off because now I'm rambling. So I hope you all will have a great Monday and a great rest of the day. And I will see you all again on Wednesday if you tune into my stream. And again, keep an eye out on my Twitter for when I will go live. So with that, see you all the next time.